Hello everyone, I'm Tom Hammond here to take you through the first 10 years of the Breeders' Cup, now firmly entrenched as America's championship day at the races. But when Central Kentucky thoroughbred breeder John Gaines dreamt up the idea of the Breeders' Cup, there were a lot of skeptics both in and out of racing. But plans went ahead for the first Breeders' Cup day at Hollywood Park, and the day proved to be a tremendous success. Nearly everything that could happen in racing happened that afternoon. And by the end of the day, we knew the Breeders' Cup concept would work. Imagine putting up over $300,000 to run a horse in a race where no one thought he had a chance. That's what Bill Allen and partners did for the first Breeders' Cup Classic. Horse of the Year was on the line for the leading older horse in the country, Slew, who was sent off at 3-5, even though it was known he was suffering from a quarter crack in a hoof and might not have been 100%. A pace setter for him, Mugga was also in the field. Second choice was the Preakness winner, Gate Dancer, easy to spot with his trademark earmuffs. And don't forget the long shot Wild Again in the $3 million Classic.
They're in the gate, and they're off in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and Mugga, he's put right to the whip from the gate. Up to take the lead. He's bearing out now as they pass the stands the first time. Here's Precisionist to join them, and in between horses, it's Wild Again. 2 lengths back to Desert Wine. He's settled into 4th, and the big horse, Slew of Gold, is off the rail, and he's racing 5th by 4 lengths. Track Baron is now racing in 6th. Canadian Factor toward the inside. Gate Dancer is the trailer. He's about 12 lengths off the lead. We've got a 3-ply battle for the lead around the turn. And Wild Again emerges with the lead. Precisionist on the outside. Mugga toward the rail. The first quarter, a snappy 22 3/5 seconds. They enter the backstretch. Wild Again battles it out and takes the lead now by 3/4 of a length to half, and 45 3. Precisionist pressures the pacemaker from the outside. Toward the inside, it's Mugga now. He's dropped back 3rd, a gap of 4 lengths to Desert Wine racing in 4th. Slew of Gold is still 5th. He's settled into 5th place now, and he's beginning to move up on the outside. A gap of 4 to Track Baron. Gate Dancer is 2nd to last with a half a mile to run, and Canadian Factor is far behind as the field heads for the far turn. 3/4 in 1:10 3, and Slew of Gold now. He's charging on the outside up to engage the leader. Wild Again. It's Wild Again with the lead. Slew of Gold. Cordero aboard at Tex now with 3 furlongs to go. Those two are matching stride for stride. Here comes Track Baron. He's putting in his run. And Gate Dancer, he's in full stride now. And he swings wide for the final quarter mile. On the inside, Wild Again is game, and he's holding on to the lead by a head. Slew of Gold is right at his neck. Here comes Gate Dancer on the outside there in the final furlong. Wild Again desperately holding on to the lead. Slew of Gold is right there in between horses. Gate Dancer on the outside. What a finish. Wild Again, Gate Dancer, Slew of Gold in between them. Those 3 in a dramatic finish, and here's the wire. Wild Again does it. I believe it was Wild Again, an upset winner. Gate Dancer was right there. Really was a bit too close to call, but the big horse, Slew of Gold, was defeated today. He was 3rd.
There was clearly some contact between the 3 horses in the stretch. Wild Again on the rail, Slew of Gold between horses, Gate Dancer on the outside, and Slew of Gold took the worst of it. Jockey Angel Cordero Jr. explained the incident to the stewards.
But the last 8 to the mile, he just got bounced around both sides. The inside horse kept going out, and then the second horse started coming in at the end. And we made a lot of contact, and I could do nothing about it. He was just bouncing around back and forth. Thank you, sir.
The stewards deliberated for more than 10 minutes before reaching their decision. The question was whether the first place finisher, Wild Again, on the rail, or the horse who finished 2nd, Gate Dancer, on the outside, would be held to blame for bumping Slew of Gold. Finally, it was decided that Gate Dancer was primarily to blame for the bumping. He was disqualified from 2nd to 3rd, and the gamble of Wild Again's owners had paid off. The masterful ride of Pat Day on the lead would live on in racing history, and the Breeders' Cup had been established as racing's championship day. Charisma in a racehorse is a hard quality to define, but when horses have it, fans know it. In the 1985 Turf, Pebbles, a 3-year-old filly from England, had those qualities. She was sent to America with her companion, a boyfriend of sorts, a gelding named Come On the Blues, who was always stabled next to her and had a calming effect on the filly.
And they're up. And Persian Tierra is going out for the early lead. Who's for Dinner is there. There goes Teleprompter now, and he's up to take the lead. Teleprompter sprints clear quickly by 3 as they head for the first turn. Who's for Dinner now moving into second. Strawberry Road is now third toward the inside. That farther back, Persian Tierra has now settled into 4th position. Lashkari is 5th on the outside. Greenton is steadied. Danger's Hour is 7th in between horses. Theatrical is 8th on the outside. Bob Back is now racing in 9th position. By him on 3 wide round the turn. Chernazar is in between horses, now racing 11th. And Pebbles is 12th at this point. Sharon Poor is 13th on the outside. Morjan 14th and last as they pass us for the first time. Tony Ives has Teleprompter out where he wants to be. He's trying to throttle that speed. The lead is 4.5 lengths as they pass us for the first time. Who's for Dinner is rated off the lead in second. And toward the inside, Strawberry Road is tucked nicely in third. Persian Tierra is still racing in 4th. Greenton has racing room now, and he moves through on the inside from 5th. Lashkari, between horses, now races in 6th position. Then Theatrical caught wide going into the second turn. The field heading for the backstretch, and now they're getting to Teleprompter. His lead's been cut to 2.5 lengths. Who's for Dinner now has asked for more run, and he moves strongly, now racing in second. Strawberry Road in hand and racing in third. Persian Tierra, there goes Greenton now, and Pinkai puts him in gear. Theatrical just 3.5 lengths off the lead. Sharon Poor, and he's picking off horses one by one. Danger's Hour is there. Lashkari just 4 lengths off the lead. And Pebbles, she'll need racing room. She's in tight toward the rail, just 3 lengths off the lead. As the field moves into the final turn, it's still Teleprompter. Who's for Dinner and Greenton, they're both chasing him now. Persian Tierra right there on the outside. Strawberry Road, Danger's Hour between horses, looming boldly in 6th position. Pebbles still needs racing room. She's just 3 lengths off the lead. Then it's Theatrical and Lashkari as the field turns for home. Greenton charging after Teleprompter. Pebbles with racing room now, and a daring move by Pat Ettery, and Pebbles has taken the lead. It's Pebbles now in front. Strawberry Road coming after her from the outside. Strawberry Road and Pebbles, they're dueling to the finish. Pebbles is game and determined. Strawberry Road driving hard. They're running out of ground. England Super Filly. Pebbles has won it.
It was a remarkable victory, overcoming trouble in several spots in the race to finish on top under Pat Ettery. Pebbles, the darling of English racing fans, had captured the hearts of America as well. For the first time ever in the Breeders' Cup, 2 Kentucky Derby winners met on the racetrack in the 1987 Classic. The 86 Derby winner Ferdinand against number 9 Ali Sheba, winner of the 1987 Derby. Ferdinand, trained by Charlie Whittingham, ridden by Bill Shoemaker. Ali Sheba from the barn of Jack Van Berg with Chris McCarron up. Ferdinand expected to be close to the early pace, with Ali Sheba to come from far back.
And they're off. And Ferdinand is out there early toward the inside. Candy's Gold is sent, and Judge Angelucci, and they pass us for the first time, and it is Judge Angelucci now who's out to take the lead, but Candy's Gold is sticking right with them early. Corey Black trying to nurse that speed with him on the inside. Skywalker is up close early. He's a Sorrows 4 wide, a Fleet is 3 wide, and toward the inside it's Good Command, a gap of 4, and Ferdinand has settled into 7th position, and Gulch is alongside him. Ali Sheba is now running in 8th. He's about 9 lengths off the lead as they head for the backstretch. Bold arrangement trying to take hold of this track. Crypto Clearance has 1 horse beaten, and that is Nostalgia Star, who is content to trail at this time as they move off the backstretch. Judge Angelucci and Candy's Gold moving together on the lead. The opening quarter went to 23 flat, 46 and 2 for the half. Those 2 are still going at it. Good Command kept close to them toward the inside. He's a Sorrows running 3rd, and Ferdinand now has asked for more run. He'll need racing room though. He's on the inside 5th. Skywalker is alongside him, and now Ali Sheba begins to roll from the back of the pack, and the Fleet has dropped back. There's a half mile to run in this Breeders' Cup Classic, and it is Candy's Gold toward the inside, Judge Angelucci, and Ferdinand to pick him up now on the outside 3rd. Good Command is putting in his run toward the rail. Skywalker is still in it. He's only 3 lengths off the lead, and Ali Sheba continues to pick him up on the outside with a dramatic run toward the leaders. They are at the quarter pole here at Hollywood Park, and it is Judge Angelucci on the outside.
In the distaff, trainer Shug McGahee's Personal Ensign, the winner of all 12 lifetime starts, sought to close out her career as the first major undefeated horse in 80 years. But Wayne Lucas liked his chances with Kentucky Derby champion Winning Colors, controlling the pace all the way around a muddy racetrack. It would provide one of those matchups that makes this sport so memorable.
There is a Derby winner in the field in Winning Colors, who seeks to stop her streak at 12. And they're up in the distaff. Goodbye Halo broke well in Winning Colors now, and she's going to run right on the lead early. Well, On the Move has come out running in third, and she's taken in hand. Integra now has been gathered back in fourth position as they head for the first turn. Personal Ensign was away in good order now. She'll be floated a bit wide going into the turn by Sham Say. Epitome is saving ground all the way on the inside. And then Classic Crown is one horse beaten, and that is Hail the Cab as they round the first turn. And the Derby winner is Loose on the lead. It's Winning Colors now, and she's opened up by 4.5 lengths. Goodbye Halo is second, and Vasquez asking Sham Say for run now third toward the inside. Willa On the Move is racing in fourth. Integra is fifth on the outside. Personal Ensign, the undefeated filly, is now 9 lengths off the lead as they continue up the backstretch. It's still Winning Colors, loose on the lead by 2.5. Sham Say is running second. On the outside, Goodbye Halo in striking position is third. Willa On the Move is asked for more, run fourth. Personal Ensign is still 8 lengths out of it. There's a half mile to run, and Winning Colors doing what she did in the Derby. She's still free running on the lead. 3 furlongs to run, and she leads now by 3. Goodbye Halo beginning to pick it up in second now. Sham Say is third toward the rail. Personal Ensign is putting her run in on the inside now, and she takes to the outside. 5 lengths off the lead of Winning Colors, who turns for home here at Churchill Downs. Stevens going to a vigorous left-handed whip, holding on by 2. Goodbye Halo is charging hard. Here comes Personal Ensign, unleashing a furious run on the outside, but it is still Winning Colors. Goodbye Halo. Personal Ensign, a 16th of a mile from the wire. Winning Colors is there. Personal Ensign, a dramatic finish, and here is the wire, and it is Personal Ensign there with Winning Colors in a photo. Very close. At the 16th pole, it looked like Personal Ensign was facing her first defeat, but in those final 110 courageous yards, she certainly proved herself a champion this afternoon.
It was a victory on a racetrack that was not to her liking. A victory on fortitude alone. A victory that marked her as one of the greatest fillies of all time. Undefeated, a winner under any circumstances. Winning Colors appears to be home free, feeling the whip left-handed. But out in the center of the racetrack, here comes Personal Ensign. With less than a 16th to go, it looks like Winning Colors has the race won. But Personal Ensign is relentless. As she drives to the finish, it will be Personal Ensign in the last strides, getting up to remain undefeated. A great deal was riding on Ali Sheba's race in the Classic. After Personal Ensign's win in the distaff, only a victory would guarantee him the Horse of the Year title. He had a chance to overtake John Henry and become racing's all-time leading money winner, and could also end the Classic jinx of Jack Van Berg, who had narrowly lost the race 3 times. But he faced a talented field. In Near Darkness, what has become known as the Midnight Classic produced outstanding drama.
Now time for the jewel in the crown, the $3 million Breeders' Cup Classic, and they're off. Slew, City Slew breaks alertly, and 49er is moving right with him. Walk White is out for the early lead now, and Cutlass Reality on the outside. Ali Sheba's come out 5th. And as they pass beneath the twin spires for the first time, it's the gray New Englander Walk White with a short lead. Slew, City Slew is running right with them early. They're moving at a lively pace now. They've opened up 5 lengths on Cutlass Reality 3rd. Ali Sheba is off the rail racing 4th. Then farther back, 49er has been taken back in 5th position. And the 2 Phipps color bearers are running together, seeking the golden personal flag. Then a gap of 4 lengths back to Crypto Clearance, who's allowed to settle in an early gallop. And Lively One trails the Classic field as they make their way into the backstretch. Walk White pressed all the way by Slew, City Slew. Those 2 continue as a speed duel continues on down the backstretch. Cutlass Reality is 5 lengths off them in third. It's another 4 to Ali Sheba now, who is 8 lengths off the lead. And just to his inside, 49er now. Julie Crone asking him for run. A half mile out. And now the field moving for the far turn. It is Walk White now beginning to shake loose from Slew City Slew. Cutlass Reality is moving in closer third. Ali Sheba begins to roll now. He's making his move as they round the far turn. And then Personal Flag and Seeking the Gold are both moving together now as they come to the top of the stretch. Crypto Clearance is kicking in now, and he's moving into contention. He's just 5 lengths off the lead. Then it's Lively One. 49er is now the trailer as the field comes to the top of the stretch. It is Cutlass Reality and Walk White. Ali Sheba set down for the drive. Personal Flag is moving through and opening toward the rail. Seeking the Gold on the outside. They're coming to the final furlong. Walk White is tenacious. Ali Sheba is right there. And on the outside, Seeking the Gold. Ali Sheba with the short lead. He's unyielding. Seeking the Gold. A final move as they come to the wire. And Ali Sheba, America's horse, has done it.
America's Horse. It was a title richly deserved. Like prize fighters entering a ring, they came to the paddock. First, the Easterner, Easy Goer. Then the pride of the West Coast, Sunday Silence. They had met 3 times, with Sunday Silence winning the Derby and Preakness and Easy Goer taking the Belmont. Both riders were masters of strategy. Pat Day on Easy Goer and Chris McCarron on Sunday Silence. The training matchup. McGahee managed Easy Goer and the Bald Eagle guided the California horse. Easy Goer was the favorite at odds of 1-2. And his rival Sunday Silence, second choice in the wagering, he was 2-1. The tension in both camps was visible, with $3 million, Horse of the Year, and the 3-year-old title on the line.
They're standing in line, and they're off. Sunday Silence breaks alertly. Easy Goer was off a step slow toward the inside. Slew City Slew, Blushing John, and Present Value. And they're passing us now for the first time. Slew City Slew is out to take the early lead now. And he's opened up a quick lead here of 2.5 lengths. Blushing John is second down the outside. Present Value is third. Sunday Silence is rating in 4th position. He's 6 lengths off the lead. Me Selecto is 7th. 4 lengths back to Easy Goer. He is 10 lengths off the lead of Slew City Slew as they move into the first turn. And the trailers are Crypto Clearance and Western Playboy. Slew City Slew, and he zipped the opening quarter in 22 2/5 seconds. A brazen display of early speed in this 1.25-mile classic. Blushing John is tracking him as they make their way onto the backstretch now. Sunday Silence poised on the outside third. Present Value to his inside. Then Me Selecto. Easy Goer is yet to do his best running. He is still 9 lengths off the lead of Slew City Slew. He's 5 lengths behind Sunday Silence, and now he's beginning to roll. They've run a half mile in 46 1/5 seconds. Slew City Slew weakening on the lead. Blushing John has been tracking him all the way. Sunday Silence bracing for the oncoming power of Easy Goer, who's right at his neck, and the stage is set with 3 furlongs to run in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Blushing John taking the lead 3/8 of a mile out. It's Blushing John in front. Sunday Silence on the outside, gearing up now. He's left Easy Goer 2.5 lengths behind. They're coming to the top of the stretch, and Blushing John is under a hand ride. He leads by 1.5 lengths. Sunday Silence, a threatening presence on the outside. Easy Goer is set down and he's put to a fierce drive. Coming to the final furlong, Sunday Silence surges to the front. Blushing John trying to fight back. Easy Goer with one final acceleration, and Sunday Silence holds on, and he wins by a desperate neck. Easy Goer was too late, not enough to win it, and it was Sunday Silence in a racing epic.
Now, Easy Goer, number one, moves outside Sunday Silence, and I thought from here on the two would probably be within a length of each other the rest of the way in the race. But Sunday Silence will have the most acceleration here, and you see him begin to pull away from Easy Goer and set sail for the leaders. Blushing John has taken the lead, and Sunday Silence now passes the tiring Slew City Slew as they come to the top of the stretch. You just saw Angel Cordero look behind him to see if anything was coming, and yes, indeed, Sunday Silence is. Now into the lane, Blushing John under the whip on the inside. Sunday Silence on the outside, and Easy Goer surprisingly has a lot to make up. Sunday Silence now has the lead. McCarron cocks his whip. He sneaks a peek under his arm. There, he looked at Easy Goer. He knows Easy Goer is gaining, but he's got enough horse to last. The tactical speed of Sunday Silence proved the difference again. The championships were his, and followers of Easy Goer were left to wonder about what might have been. Rarely, if ever, had a horse come across the Atlantic to the Breeders' Cup with the advanced billing of Arazi. Trained by the French master Francois Boutin, the son of Blushing Groom was the prince of European two-year-olds. Now he would try the Americans on their surface.
Two favorites here, Arazi and Bertrando, and indeed, it is Arazi who is a slight favorite as he takes his place in the starting gate. We're ready for the start in the juvenile, and they're off, and Bertrando comes out running. Agincourt is right there, and on the outside it's Star Recruit. But it is Bertrando, Alex Solis, intent on the lead, and he wins the race into the first turn. He's there by a length and a half. Star Recruit and Bag in close pursuit. Agincourt saving ground all the way. Devil on Ice was 5 right, rounding the first turn. Showbrook is now racing 6th in between horses. Pine Bluff is under a firm hold at the inside, racing 7th. Big Sur is 8th on the outside. Onlooker is 9th. Try to Watch is 10th. He's about 10 lengths off the lead, and he's launching a bit now from the back of the pack. Then it's Dance Floor farther back. Snappy Landing and Arazi, the European star, is a dozen lengths from the front as Offbeat trails the field as they continue midway down the backstretch. Bertrando coasting on an uncontested lead, and he's moving at a quick pace. The quarter in 23-1. He gets a half in 46 3/5 seconds. It is still Bertrando out there unchallenged. He leads by 2. Long shot Agincourt still chasing second. Pine Bluff is only 3 lengths from the lead. Arazi hits his best stride, and there goes the European star Arazi, and he's coming with a menacing rush to Bertrando, and now the stage is set as they move toward the top of the stretch, and Arazi runs right by him. Arazi with a dramatic move as the field turns for home. He's wide into the stretch. Bertrando stunned at the inside with the move here of Arazi, and he's pouring it on. Just incredible move as they come to the top of the stretch by 4 now. And then it's Bertrando, who is now a discouraged second farther back. It is Snappy Landing, and they're coming down to the finish here. Here indeed is a superstar. Arazi, absolutely brilliant. He was taken under a hard hold to win it here by 5, and he could have won by 10 perhaps. And Bertrando was second. Absolutely sensational. Down the backstretch, Pat Valenzuela had only one horse beat. Suddenly he asked Arazi to go, and he turned on the afterburners. Arazi with a brilliant move. He's just running by horses like they're tied to a post. Look at Arazi now to the outside. Bertrando had made an easy lead, was going along in stride, and Arazi just blew by. Electrifying, one of the greatest performances ever by a 2-year-old. The crowd was stunned at Arazi's brilliance. Arazi, a conquering hero. Bertrando's race in the Classic would determine Horse of the Year. The front-running Bertrando had won major races on both coasts coming up to the Classic. As the 6-5 favorite, he would dictate the pace. Bertrando broke alertly, and he is going immediately after the lead. Marquetry is away second, and toward the inside it's Azud. but it is Bertrando who establishes the lead at once, and he goes directly to the rail with the 2.5 length lead, and his mate Marquetry concedes the lead, second on the outside. Azud up close third, and so is Best Pal, and he's moving through between horses fourth, and Diazo is a close fifth on the outside, first time under the line. Miner's Mark is 3 wide, running in sixth. The Belmont winner Colonial Affair is seventh toward the inside. Kiss and Chris is up close to the pace today, only 6 lengths from the lead. Then farther back, it's Arcang, and Devil Is Due is alongside him. Then farther back, it's a break of 4 lengths to Pleasant Tango. Missionary Ridge is second to last, while his stablemates run 1-2. And at the back of the pack is late running Walenda. Solid fractions here, the opening half mile in 46 and 4/5 seconds. Bertrando leads the way down the backstretch with his stablemate Marquetry just off his flank. Diazo is up close and eager. He's third on the outside. Toward the rail, it's Azud running in fourth. And the Californian, Best Pal, laid back in 5th position. Miner's Mark is 6th with a half mile to run. Arcang beginning to hit his best stride. Devil Is Due is sent 4 wide as they move into the far turn. Colonial Affair is only 7 lengths from the lead. Then farther back, Pleasant Tango. Kiss and Chris has dropped back. Missionary Ridge and Walenda is the trailer, 15 lengths from Bertrando, who blazes the way around the far turn. Marquetry is right there. Diazo taking his run for the lead as they come to the top of the stretch. Azud is still in with the chance in behind horses. Best Pal is only 4 lengths from the lead. Pleasant Tango is coming hard. Kiss and Chris is also right there. Arcang is coming in between horses. And it's still Bertrando with an onslaught of challengers. Here comes Arcang, a huge upset looming here as Arcang comes flying on the outside. And he runs by Bertrando, Kiss and Chris. Here is Arcang to win it in an absolute shocker. He's 99-1 in the $3 million Classic.
The mystery horse from France had scored the biggest upset in Breeders' Cup history, officially 133-1. Here's Bertrando, the early pace setter, now being overhauled by Arcang. Jerry Bailey couldn't pronounce the horse's name, but he gave Arcang a spectacular ride. On the outside, Arcang pulling away from Bertrando and going to an easy win in the $3 million Breeders' Cup Classic. The tote board sent a surge of electricity through the crowd as Arcang paid $269.20 to win, as Santa Anita wrote a shocking finale to 10 years of the Breeders' Cup. In 10 short years, the Breeders' Cup has changed the face of racing, bringing together the best horses from the East Coast, the West Coast, and Middle America to meet the best from Europe, deciding most year-end championships on the track. The first decade of the Breeders' Cup has firmly established it as racing's championship event. As we look forward to the second decade, it could only be better.